Hey guys, it's me, Scratchy. You might be wondering, why haven't I been uploading more consistently? Well, uploading more consistently has led me to losing more ideas. So this what I'm going to do now is I'm going to upload maybe once or twice a week, which I know is very little, but lots of people do. So because before I used to do quantity over quality, and then I got so subscribers and views for that. But then once I started maybe upload videos 3 times a week, and that was game reviews. So I was like, so now I'm just trying to see what would go on if I upload 1 to 2 times a week. So yeah, anyways, let's load up our Portals part 3 and let's save as a copy, as now this part 4. And today we will just be working on danger/light. First thing we want to do is that we have a script for reset. Basically, this is by reset code. In fact, let's make a broadcast. When key R pressed, let's do broadcast reset level. When I receive reset level, basically reset portals, because I did a lot of stuff, but reset portals basically just does this reset portals. It makes it that your portals reset automatically, and then here the move portal, blah 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 blah. So then if we go back to player and then we set level to level -1, we broadcast a new level so that the level changes, and then we set our X to 40, so it will automatically go to the next level, and we set Y to 180. And then we also have our code, which gets us unstuck just in case, if we spawn here, we just teleport down here. So yeah, so now if we do key R press, then it automatically respawns us up there, which is really good, because now we have our reset. I hope you followed everything that I just said before, because if you didn't, well, that's just on you. But yeah. So I've actually put in a lot of levels ever since, and look, if I press E, it resets the portals. If I show you right here, broadcast reset portals, So I just reset portals. But yeah, anyways, now let's get on with the danger. Let's make a new variable called lives. Broad sprite. Let's set lives to 3 at the beginning. Because everyone knows the usual amount of lives is 3. So then let's make a new sprite called, you guessed it, lava. Because we're going to be working on lava for now. We'll work on monster stuff. We're just working on lava. So this one will be link. Okay, this is what we're going to show if we later. So if I want there to be danger on level 2, not level 1, because level 1 is supposed to be just a regular one. But I want there to be danger on level 2, right? So I'd make 2. To match the corresponding level, and I just draw where I want the lava. Okay. See over here. And also we doing go to back layer. Oh yeah, just move a little bit up. Okay. And then that should be pretty much it. So now there's danger here by level. I see it's in front of the what's it called again, the levels, right? Okay, so let's go back into our code. And I clicked forever. Switch costume to, so first we'll switch costume to blank, and then we'll switch costume to level. Level. So what does this do? Basically, whenever Scratch is if let's say our level is 1, right? Then if it can't, then level would be 1. But if it doesn't, but Scratch doesn't find a costume that's 1, then it's just going to set to the last one was. So it's set to blank. Right? Look, if I click the flag, it sets it to 0, right? And then if I just do this, and I go into the next level, then let's go to the next level. Boom! Now it's there. And then if I go to the next level after this, it shouldn't be there. It's not there. That's how it works. So because we're basically using Scratch's UI for all this stuff. So yeah, you can use this design for all your levels. I have 21 levels, all of them pretty different, all of them using different things. But so I've wanted to add levels for a long time, but I was just kind of too tired to make a video because stuff like education, school. So I basically have to set, because the grading period I'm in is really hard, because I'm not gonna tell you guys. But anyways, now what we want to do is that whenever the player touches the lava, then they will lose a life and restart. So go to next level, if touching lava, then all we're gonna do is change lives by -1. If lives is less than 1, which means that it is 0, then we stop all. Okay, and then after we change lives by 1, then we want to reset, so we'll broadcast reset level. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let me just go to level 2. portals are kind of, the bounciness is kind of annoying me, but okay. So now, if I go into the lava, right, then it resets me, and let's see my lives now. My lives is 2. And then let's see what, and it also reset the portals, because, you know, I did like that. And now I have 1 more life. And then let's see what happens when I use that 1 more life. And then it stops. Okay, what happens when the portals touch lava? Like, shouldn't they like, I don't know, get burned from it? So yeah, that's actually what we're going to do. So you see that? We don't want that to happen. So let's make a new one. I start as a clone. And let's remove the way until, because we don't need this way until forever if, and then we're touching lava. Then basically what we do is we reset portals. We broadcast reset portals. And well, I already showed you guys my reset portals, as you can see. Okay, so now if I do this, it broadcasts reset portals. Like, it's supposed to be deleted. Wait, oh, because I didn't restart, right? Because, you know, I knew when I started as a clone thingy. Okay, get the idea. Okay, let me just try to get up here. Okay, so now if I do this, it should have burned. Oh my god. Okay, that's kind of weird. I don't know why it's not resetting. Oh my god, the scratch crash or something? Oh my god, it's fine. Okay, so, well, wait, let's see, because for some reason, like, it's not resetting portals. Also, when I receive reset portals, we need to also delete this clone. Okay, so now, boom, as you saw, it went away. But we want it to wait 0 seconds, you know, so that we can actually see that it was there, and then it died, and then it just disappeared, evaporated. Yeah, the clone pile is stacking up. How about we not add it wait 0 seconds, because that just glitches our code. But now, as you can see, the portals don't work whenever they are in the lava. But we don't want it, so because like that's just kind of weird. Like, it shows here and then just disappears. People are, huh? So what we want to do is, if touching lava, and in fact, how about let's just remove this. You know, let's go to the not create portals, move and bounce right here. So the move and bounce is or is this the right code? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the right code. So move and bounce basically is the repeat until, right? So if we are touching lava only when it's in the ball mode, then it'll broadcast. They'll broadcast reset portals. Okay, so now let's see this. So now whenever we're here, yep, it doesn't reset anymore. But then, as you saw, I just died because, well, we took her into the lava, and you saw that look, it just went in the lava, then it evaporated. I guess that's what we could call it. But yeah. So that's lava. This is a pretty long video, 9 minutes, but we're just gonna squeeze in some enemies. Okay. This is like the first thing I think I'm gonna do. Okay, so now it's an enemy 1, and then I'm just gonna make it. Okay, so I've made my enemy. Obviously, it doesn't look that good, but I haven't added any animation yet. But don't worry, I will soon after this video. Okay, so when green flag, actually, let's make a new custom block called create enemy XY. Of the level, and input a label of level, and then add an input of level, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want different actually, let's just add costume, you know, and then costume. I'm going to show you a special way to do this because I'm going to add animation to mine. So yeah, okay. Create any XY level costume. Okay, so now for this we need variables, level for this part only, and then let's just set a new costume just so that it'll be easier in the future. Okay, so you already know the basics. We just set level to level, because costume we go to X, and Y, and then we create clone myself, and then we set level to blank. We set this sprite's level to blank. Why? Well, because then it cannot be in any of the other levels. So yeah. Okay, so in green flag, how about we just create enemy at X? Actually, let's click green flag. Okay, so 0, 0 will be perfect. 0, 0, level 1, costume. Let's see. Since it's 1, I'm just gonna set to enemy 1. Actually, and then let's add a switch costume here. Join and make sure. See, mine is enemy with a space here, and I'm with enemy 1A. That will be my costume. I mean animation. And then if you want to do animation, you do enemy 1A and then enemy 1B. You know, so that it's ordered in that way. Make sure that if you want different enemies, then you got to like do it so that it's labeled A and B like this. So this one's A1, AB, and then let's just add AC, or technically 1C. Okay. And now that. Okay, so switch costume to join enemy with the space, and then costume, and then join costume, and then let's just do space A. Okay, so that will tell to automatically to the first costume. In fact, actually, let's go to player sprite, and then before we start, actually the level sprite, sorry. Or actually, no, never mind. Let's just. Oh yeah, we haven't named this enemy yet. Have we enemies? Maybe we have. I don't know. So when I receive new level, yeah, in the player sprite, let's broadcast new level right forever loop. If I see new level, let's add an if else. If, and then the level for all sprites is equal to level for this sprite only. Then either on the right level, so we show, else we hide. Okay, so now if I click the green flag, bam, it's shown. Let's see what happens when I go to level 2, and then it hides. And then if I click green flag again, it doesn't show. That's probably because new level. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now when I start as a clone, we want there to be gravity. So let's make a new variable called speed and then y for this sprite only. Yeah, so basically doing what we did for the player. So how about we drag some of this stuff? For example, the movement steps, let's drag down there. Collide x slope, collide y ceiling. I guess we could grab slip. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Okay, so now that we have all this stuff, let's take all the stuff we need. We need falling. We don't need speed x. How about let's remove the stuff for speed x, you know? Or actually, let's keep speed x. Okay. So we set its falling to 99, and then forever move in steps, and then the absolute value of, let's grab plus operator, and then speed x plus speed y. And then let's change speed y by gravity. Now if we click flag, so you can see the enemy move down. Now what if I change speed x by 1 every tick, which will probably make it move through really fast. Okay, what if I did -1, and then I moved it up here? Oh yeah, I moved it really fast. Okay, as you see, we have everything in place. Okay, so let's clean up blocks. So what blocks do we need that we didn't drag in? No, we grabbed in everything. Okay, so let me just zoom out and let me arrange my blocks, because it's good to arrange your blocks so that you always know where everything is. Okay, now back to when I start as a clone. What I want to do is if, so first they'll point in direction, and then let's just, yeah, it's 90, let's do right. And then if we're touching level, we want to turn right 180 degrees. Okay, and then we'll change speed x by direction divided by 90. So if we're pointing left, then we'll change speed x by -1. But if we're moving right, then we'll change speed x by 1. So now if we go here, let's just drag this here. Yeah, see, it is it doesn't look like it's doing that well for some reason. Oh yeah, that's because I put that in the if. Okay, so right now the enemy is not moving at all. Oh yeah, so guys, actually in the collide x slope, let's add turn 80 degrees here so that we turn around. Okay, so now as you can see, it's kind of glitching. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, so all I have to do is set the point direction left and right, so teach this out. And now as you can see, the enemy is moving side to side. You know, I also have to put in these point directions here in the slip and collide x slope to turn 180 degrees. Other than that, that's been pretty good. Let me just set this here so that I can climb up higher, because we want is that the enemies can go up, right? So yeah. So now we have our full working enemy just with our code. Look, this is the review, you know. Make sure all your code looks like this, you know, just to make sure. Okay. Now we want to do so that the player will get hurt. So if touching enemies, then what I want to do is change lives by 1. If less than 1, yeah, and reset level. If it's touching enemies and not, so like we want to do is that whenever we jump on the enemies, then that's when like we want them to go away, you know. So and not speed y is less than 0, which means that we are moving down and we are touching the enemies. So now let's see what that is. So if we're doing that, but then if we do this, and actually let's put 1, so that when we're just not moving at all, we still get hit. As you see, that's not always true because speed y is -1 right now. Let's do 3. And that's, wait, well, it's -1. When I have at least set to less than -1, then it'll do it. Okay, so like watch this. Now if we jump over this enemy, it's not gonna hurt us, but then it hurts us. Okay, so now all we gotta do is, I put to -3, but all we gotta do now is just that the enemies, whenever they get jumped on, then they will, you know. So let's do check if jumped on. If, and let's start thinking of thing block. It's at the right side to player. Let's at the left side. The speed y of player is less than. And let's set it to -3, obviously, the same one as before. So, and, but we also have to add an and touching player, so we don't just do it randomly when the player is like going down midair. Then we will just want to, let's do an animation effect when we change ghost effect by 10. Let's see, change ghost effect by 10 so that it like disappears little by little. And then we do this one. Okay, and now let's add the check if jumped on at the end here. Okay, so let's do this. Now, if we do that, the thing may go away. Oh yeah, I think I put it to the jelly with that. Okay, so now click, and now you saw the animation, right? So about this that we add an extra joint because you saw that we lost the light there. So here when touch enemies, we want to wait. So that is if we're touching enemies, and let's add an inner if else. And if not, if speed is less than 3, oops, use Control Z to do it. Let's move this here, and then we'll set speed Y to an extra 15. Okay, so now let's see this. So if we jump, then it will make us jump up extra. That's pretty cool, right? So now let's add a wait 0 seconds, so that the enemy will actually know that we're jumping on top of it. Okay, so then let's do this instead. Why is the enemy not getting hit? Oh yeah, cause okay, let's make like a new sprite called hitbox. Basically, this is going to be like where the enemy gets hit. I want the enemy to get hit around here. It's like, okay, so now let me remove anything that's invisible under here. Okay, so we will switch costume to hitbox up here. Let's just switch costume to enemy 1A over here. We'll just temporarily do that. So actually, let's do join enemy and then costume, and then we'll just do we'll do the A later. Okay. Now, yeah, that's bad. Oh, there's actually not supposed to be a space, so I'm going to remove that space. And now, if we do this, damn, now it's back to regular hitbox, you know. But for some, okay, there we go. You saw that. So sometimes it doesn't exactly work until like you do a little bit. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Which that's really bad. Okay, so it's because I set the go to next level to Rough Refresh. I don't mark as Rough Refresh. Okay, so now if we do this, however we do that, but then it disappears. So let's switch costume, join any costume here, so that we're back to original costume. Okay, and as you can see, the enemy gets hit. Now let's do animation. I did a tutorial about how to do different types of animations. I made like 3 of them, but you can just watch the latest one, which was like actually only a few days ago. But yeah, well, I'll just show you here. So let's make a new variable called frame for this part only. That's that frame because you're at the beginning, and we will change frame by 0.3 every forever. So here in the switch costume to join enemy, we'll switch costume to the so we'll set it to okay, so let's grab module block, right? So my costumes are at 3, so we'll set it to 3. But let's move the hitbox to bottom. Okay. So now we'll do frame modules 3, and then we'll set to join enemy space, and then we'll do costume, and let's add another join. So we'll do costume, and we're just gonna have frame module 3. But this is gonna be a number, and this is a letter. So let's just change this instead of enemy 1A to enemy 1-1, enemy 1-2, enemy 1-3, because it's just gonna be really complicated if we don't do that. So just set it like that. Okay, so now we can just add this here, and then here's the costume too. Okay, let's see how that is. So see, the animation's not running that good. That's because we forgot to add the +1 here, so it's module 3 +1. But now if I click the costume thing, it kind of works as you can see. Actually, your enemy costumes are supposed to be 10, 11, 12. Okay, I know this tutorial has been a little bit difficult. That's because like it's actually taking me a while time to do this off screen. So like, so these apps have mercy on me, you know, because it takes me a very long time to figure out what I need to do, figure out what is the problems in my code, and yeah, stuff of that sort. So yeah, anyways, I'm doing my character animation thingy. So now I'm just gonna set this to 14, and then this one to 15. Also, we don't need the hitboxes anymore because I figured out the problem. Okay, so now that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to costumes, I just will do this. And yeah, so we just do the round of frame module 6. Okay. And now, as you see, it is a full monster animation. You know, pretty cool, right? So we want to do is that whenever like it gets squished as it's custom squish animation, so maybe squish. And then we just basically set it to like this when it's really straight, but then what's this does? Okay. And now we will drag this down. We won't align it though. We're going to drag it to like halfway down. Let's move into the center here. Okay, to the center. Make sure all your sprites are centered, but not like that. Like so that the bottom half of the mouth is like here. Yeah, like that. Oops. So just set the eye back. But make sure they're like aligned on the y-axis, if you know what I mean. So yeah, anyways, now if I click reflect, the animation is doing pretty good. Yeah, then whenever we stop, we need it to be the switch. So still just switch call state to any switch. Okay, so now if we do that, okay, now I see it got switched, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share. Please subscribe, hit that notifications bell. Have a wonderful day. Please, at least if you're not going to subscribe, at least like this video or even comment some ideas, because I really have those. Make sure to check out our community, because I post stuff on there, you know, kind of often, I guess. But like the main reason why the player doesn't get stuff, like if I jump on it the first time, well, usually sometimes it takes 2 jumps. That's because the player is square. Anyways, in lava, if you're still watching this part, then that's good for you, because now you know to put this in the back layer, which I'm about to do. And now if we go up here and so now if I do this, I'll just re-aim, and I'll just re-aim again. And I'll just do that. And now our level's in the back, so we don't see any nasty stuff, you know. Anyways, bye.